Once upon a time, in a quaint little town nestled amidst the rolling hills of England, lived three friends named Amelia, Ben, and Charlie. Amelia, with her fiery red hair and boundless energy, was the youngest at 7 years old. Ben, with his quiet, thoughtful demeanour, was a year older. And Charlie, the self-proclaimed leader of the pack, was a sprightly 9-year-old with a twinkle in his eye and a mischievous grin that could melt frosty mornings. These three were inseparable, bound by a love for adventure and, most importantly, football. Every corner of the town resonated with the rhythmic thwack of their kicking feet and the triumphant shouts that followed every perfectly placed goal. Their makeshift pitch, a lush green field behind the old oak tree, witnessed countless matches, each more thrilling than the last. One crisp autumn morning, as the first leaves pirouetted down from the branches, a flyer fluttered into their hands. It announced a grand football tournament for teams under 10, with the enticing prize of a trip to Wembley Stadium. Excitement crackled in the air like static electricity. "We have to win this," Charlie declared, his eyes gleaming with ambition. But there was a snag. The youngest player allowed had to be 8. Amelia, with her heart set on Wembley, felt a pang of disappointment. Her eyes welled up, threatening to spill tears onto the precious flyer. Seeing her dejection, Ben and Charlie exchanged worried glances. They couldn't bear to see their friend left out of the adventure. That's when Charlie, ever the resourceful one, hatched a plan. "Amelia can be our secret weapon," he announced, a sly smile playing on his lips. "We'll just say she's 8. Nobody will ever know." Ben, hesitant at first, was quickly swept up in Charlie's enthusiasm. The thought of Wembley clouded his usually clear judgment. Amelia, despite her initial reluctance, was swayed by the promise of playing on the hallowed grounds of Wembley. Her yearning for adventure outweighed her reservations. And so, with a pact of secrecy sworn under the watchful gaze of the old oak tree, the three friends embarked on their deceitful journey. The first few matches were a breeze. Amelia, nimble and quick-footed, proved to be a valuable asset. Her small stature allowed her to weave through defenders with the grace of a butterfly, leaving them bewildered and her opponent's goalkeepers scrambling. The cheers of the crowds, unaware of the truth, fueled their ambition. However, every lie, like a pebble tossed into a calm pond, sends ripples of unease outwards. Ben, usually the most level-headed of the trio, started experiencing twinges of guilt. He couldn't shake the feeling that their victory was built on a shaky foundation. Amelia, too, began to feel the weight of the deception. The Wembley dream started to feel less like a glorious adventure and more like a heavy burden. Their unease came to a head during the semi-final match. Facing off against their toughest opponents yet, the pressure intensified. Amelia, usually fearless on the field, faltered under the weight of the lie. Her passes went astray, her shots lacked their usual precision. The team spirit they once cherished seemed to dissipate into the crisp autumn air. Their opponents, sensing their vulnerability, pounced. One swift maneuver followed another, culminating in a thunderous goal that ripped through the net. The cheers of the crowd turned into a disappointed murmur. Defeated and heartbroken, the three friends slunk off the field, their Wembley dreams shattered. As they retreated to their secret pitch behind the old oak tree, a heavy silence settled between them. Amelia, tears streaming down her face, finally confessed her guilt. Ben, his own remorse bubbling over, admitted to his doubts. Charlie, his bravado crumbling, acknowledged the foolishness of their deception. In that moment, amidst the ruins of their Wembley dream, they discovered something far more valuable. They realized that friendship and honesty were the cornerstones of true victory, not elaborate lies and deceit. The weight of the truth, though initially heavy, lifted a much greater burden from their hearts. With newfound clarity, they decided to come clean. The next day, they stood before the tournament organizers, heads bowed, and confessed their deception. To their surprise, instead of anger or disappointment, they were met with understanding and a touch of admiration. The organizers, impressed by their courage and honesty, allowed them to stay in the tournament, albeit disqualified from the Wembley prize. Their final match was played not for Wembley, but for their own redemption. They played with a newfound spirit, fueled by honesty and teamwork. Though they didn't win the trophy, they won something far more precious: the respect of their opponents and the restored trust in their friendship. The experience served as a powerful lesson for the three friends. They learned that while Wembley might be a grand stadium, true victory lies in staying true to oneself and cherishing the bonds of friendship forged in honesty. The Wembley dream, though faded, was replaced by a brighter one, a dream of a future built on integrity and trust, where they could face any challenge together, hand in hand. Back in their little town, under the familiar canopy of the old oak tree, the three friends resumed their regular football matches. The thrill of competition remained, but it was infused with a newfound respect for fair play and sportsmanship. Their laughter echoed through the fields, carrying the melody of a friendship strengthened by a shared journey of deception and redemption. Their tale became a local legend, a reminder that true victory lies not in trophies or grand stadiums, but in the heart. Parents shared it with their children, emphasizing the importance of honesty and the consequences of deceit. Young aspiring footballers took it as a lesson, realizing that skill and teamwork were far more valuable than any shortcut. As the years passed, Amelia, Ben, and Charlie grew older, venturing beyond the confines of their small town. They played football wherever they went, always carrying the spirit of honesty and fair play with them. And whenever they looked up at the twinkling night sky, they remembered the Wembley dream, not as a missed opportunity, but as a stepping stone on their path to becoming the best versions of themselves. The story of their adventure remained etched in their hearts, a testament to the enduring power of friendship and the unwavering strength of honesty. It became a beacon, guiding them through life's challenges, reminding them that even the smallest pebble of truth can create ripples of change, forever altering the course of their journey. And so, under the watchful gaze of the old oak tree, the legend of the three friends and their Wembley dream lived on, whispering its gentle message of honesty and friendship to all who would listen, an evergreen tale for generations to come. The end. What was the big dream of the three friends? Their big dream was to win the grand football tournament and travel to Wembley Stadium. What secret did they keep to try and achieve their dream? They lied about Amelia's age, saying she was 8 to be eligible for the tournament. How did their lie make them feel? The lie caused them guilt and unease, making their victories feel hollow and their team's spirit suffer. What happened when they confessed their lie? Instead of anger, they were met with understanding and allowed to stay in the tournament, albeit disqualified. What was the most important lesson the friends learned? They learned that true victory comes from playing fair and honest, and that friendship built on trust is more valuable than any prize. See you in the next story. Don't forget to follow Storymooi. Bye, everyone.